Hello everyone and welcome to EduTap. So guys, we are back with another session for NABARD Grade A Phase 2 Descriptive English, and in this session we would be looking at the evaluation of copies. See guys, we'll try to understand on what basis an answer is being evaluated and how does the evaluator or how do they basically score the marks on the basis of the content and the presentation skills. So we'll be looking at that and we'll see a few copies of how what to do and what not to do in an exam, what mistakes and what are the general basic things to remember while you're appearing for this exam. So guys, if you can hear me and if you can see me, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box so that I think we are live, but I hope that I'm audible and I'm visible to everyone. Yes. Hi guys, kindly acknowledge if I'm audible and if I'm visible to everyone. Good evening, Devashish. Yes, I think we are live. So let's begin, guys. But before that, I would like to inform you about the NABARD handbook that we have curated for you. So there is something that is of utmost importance to you. So guys, this is a NABARD comprehensive handout book which we have curated for you, where you can where you can understand each and every thing to know about this exam. So in this book, what we have done is we have segregated and we have curated both the phases, all the phases of this exam and what needs to be done if you're preparing for this exam. So if you're looking at this, this is what we have prepared for you. And if you want to download the ebook, now this is available to you for free. So you can download this and the link for this is given in the description of the video. So if you scroll down in this video, in the description of the video, you'll find the link for this handout, this handbook. And this is a kind of a manual to prepare for NABARD. You know, what strategies you should undertake, what is the syllabus for NABARD, and how to undertake this particular section or the particular paper, and how to manage with the time, what should be your schedule. Everything is discussed in this, where which encompasses the syllabus, all the components required, what you need to do in and what should be a time frame for the same. So that is given in the this handbook, and if you want this handbook, you can download this from the description of the video. प्री कैसे क्लियर करें देवाशीष? मेहनत करो, पढ़ाई करो, उससे प्री क्लियर हो जाएगा. But the point is, see, there are two sections, that is quants, reasoning, English, and the other merit section, that is your current affairs and ARD and ESI. So start covering the syllabus. See, you need ample time. People believe that these exams can be cracked in a couple of months. So no guys, it doesn't work that way. If it were that possible that way, everybody would do it, right? So it takes time. So you cover the syllabus, then you revise it, then you prepare for phase 2 at the same point of time, and you should be ready exam when the notification is launched. That should be a strategy, Devashish, right? So guys, today we will be looking at the evaluation of copies that we do and on what basis your copies are evaluated. So I have a sample paper for you and I have a few copies to see how and on what basis a candidate is being evaluated. So let's see and let's understand what you need to do and what you need to avoid in this paper. So I have a paper with me. First question is, write an essay for 400 words on any of the given topics, and the topics are: hyperglobalism is a threat to human prosperity. Second is growing intolerance in the world. Third is importance of values and virtues in life. Fourth is economic growth and development are shaped by the societies in which they operate. And fifth is net zero carbon emission, right? So let's say these are the 5 topics that were given to you. So guys, I want you to tell me which topic would you choose out of these. You can just give me the number out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So tell me which topic would you choose if you are appearing in this exam, and just think about it. What would you write? What would be the content? What would be the presentation and drafting that you would undertake? So guys, I want all of you to make it a receptive session so that we can answer the questions that you have in your mind. So guys, which topic would you choose out of these 5? Hyperglobalism, growing intolerance in the world, importance of values and virtues, economic growth and development are shaped by societies in which they operate, and net zero carbon emission. Right. So let's see which topic would you choose. Which topic do you think you're prepared for? And In the meantime, then we will see what else can be done in this. Second question was a passage where you had to make a précis for it. So we will read the passage and we will see the sample solutions for this passage. We'll see the précis that you would you would probably make. So that is the passage. We will read it, and then that's the third question, where you have to write a letter, and there are two choices given to you. So write a letter as a farmer to the bank or institution to enroll for a crop insurance scheme in 250 words, or traffic police have launched a special drive against pollution causing vehicles. Write a report in 250 words to be published in the local daily. So this was a mock test that was given to the aspirants of EduTap, for the students of EduTap, and I'll show you what they wrote, how they wrote and what they wrote, and then what you need to understand for this. So Devashish says he will write about net zero carbon emission. Naresh says importance of values and virtues in life. Okay, Naresh, very well done. So guys, this is very important, what topic you choose and how you present it, right? So I'll show you a few examples of your essays, and let's see what could be written out of these topics, right? And then we will look at précis and then RC. So first is yes, so Devashish, the student here, also chose the same topic, net zero carbon emission. But see, you look at the content and you tell me honestly if you were prepared for this or not, right? And this is a question to all of you guys. You can just answer this in a simple yes or no. So I'll read out the essay to you and you tell me if it sounded sounded good, and how much marks, and where are the mistakes that you should be taking care of. So the topic was net zero carbon emission. So November 2021, all the nations of the world are to meet at Glasgow COP26 meet on climate change to finalize the Paris Agreement of 2015. As per IPCC's latest report and the recent AR6 report, the deadline for action against climate has come to meet the goal of controlling the global warming to about 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius than compared to pre-industrial area, which was from 1800 to 1850. Beyond it, the change is irreversible. So as per 2010 to 20 has become the hottest decade for the past 1,25,000 years. The urgency for climate action is very well palpitated. Now, IPCC for the very first time said that time has come where even the best action cannot replace the climate change back to normal. Already the globe has heated to about 1 degree Celsius. More heat waves are predominant in globe, with monsoons being too much intense or very low. Tropical countries are very much at fringe of the climate catastrophe, and so is India. With the Indian Ocean warming at much faster rate, marine ecological change, drought southwest monsoon, snowless Himalayas by 2050, major floods in Gangetic Plains, sea level rise to engulf many coastal cities of the country, increased rainfall followed by drought is more common phenomenon now. Then let's see what else has been written. UN has set a goal to reduce the carbon emission and bring it to zero by 2050. Majority of the countries have accepted the Paris Agreement 2015 and has started acting towards it. India, being the third largest emitter of greenhouse gas, has to plan quickly in this regard. In the recent COP26, our Prime Minister had expressed the 5 principal plan for the climate problem. First, bringing down 1 billion carbon emissions per year. Second, reducing the fossil fuel to 50% of the economy by 2030. Third, carbon intensity to be brought down to 45% by 2030. Fourth, 500 gigawatts of energy from non-fossil fossil sources by 2030. And finally, net zero carbon emission by 2070. As India has pledged to zero net emission, there is an urgent need for seeking non-fossil sources, as coal was our main source of energy. Nuclear, wind, solar, tidal energy can be the future. Now, India currently has around 147 gigawatt energy from non-fossil sources, which is around 40% of economy. Also, India produces around 1.9 to 3 billion carbon emissions per year, which is quite low now. India will find an easy path in meeting the target and SDG goal 7, 11, 13, 14, 16, along with the wellness of the people in the country. So guys, this was the essay written by a student. See, it was a good essay, and this is what I wanted to discuss with you. See guys, if you are thinking of writing these essays, see, to save time, how important are these 5 things in your articulation? Facts, data, statistics, reports, and schemes. See, if you look at this essay, the student has not written written on something that needed to be prepared on the spot. The first paragraph, I think it was all factual. Second paragraph, it was based on facts and data about 1 degree to 1.5 degree. Then third, it was the repercussions of this issue. Fourth, it was again about the UN mission and the Paris Agreement. Then fifth, what decisions have been taken by the government. It was all statistical. And last, again, it was full of data. So guys, if you plan this, if you have ample knowledge of a topic, you can execute the essay in a brilliant manner, making it a very informative essay. So guys, this is what I wanted to ask you. If you would have appeared in this essay, now, what would you have done? Would you have written the same answer, I mean, on the same line, or would you have taken a different path, discussing what else could be done? So, see, guys, this is the smart approach that we have been teaching you. That instead of going into writing an essay on your own without without the strength or without the support of facts and data, it becomes a very lengthy process, right? And to complete the essay in the stipulated time is becomes very difficult, because you have three questions into in this paper, and you have to write almost about around 800 to 1000 words to complete the paper in time. So the point is, you need to be prepared for the topics when you walk into the exam, and you need to understand that this is what happens. So guys, see, there was not, I think there was only one mistake, grammatical mistake that I found here. So half a mark, let's say, would be deducted for this. Other than that, I don't think there was any mistake. Good words were used here. So this would fetch 30 marks out of 40 in an essay, right? So what I'm telling you is, see, he has discussed the topic from different dimensions. He started from the global level in the first paragraph. Then in the second paragraph, he discussed the issue at hand. Then the student has connected the topic to India, right? What repercussions it has in India, and what can India expect out of it. Then what is the what is the goal ahead, then what India has done to achieve this goal, and then you give a way forward and a solution to the problem, that this is the issue, we need to do this, and by doing this we will find the right path, and we will meet the target, and we will achieve the self development goal number this with the wellness of people in the current country and prosperity. So this is what we call a holistic essay, discussing a topic in an unbiased manner, without pointing fingers, without any undue criticism. You just point out the facts, whatever whatever you have prepared for, and you present it in a way which is which is understandable, which looks presentable, and this is how you score well in this particular section. So guys, I thought that this was what what you needed. So see, choose the topic carefully, and your choice of topic should be the topic which you know the most about. See, many students fall for this trap. They choose the topic which they find easy to write about. But see guys, easy doesn't mean that it is going to fetch more marks or you'll be able to execute it sooner. The point is, to finish your essay in time, you need to use facts, data, statistics, reports, and schemes, so that you can save time and you can strengthen your essay using by using these five things: facts, data, statistics, reports, and schemes, and fetch better marks. So it will save time, it will fetch better marks, and it will reduce any potential mistake that you could have made while writing the answers. So this is how you need to draft your answers in the paper, right? So that was the answer for the first question. Let's look at the second question. You have to make a précis for this, right? So let's look at that, guys. Agriculture in India is livelihood for, I'm reading out the passage with you so that we can see what could have been a proper précis for it. So agriculture in India is livelihood for a majority of population and can never be underestimated. Although its contribution in the gross domestic product has reduced to less than 20%, and contribution of other sectors increased at a faster rate, agricultural production has grown. This has made us self-sufficient and taken us from being a begging bowl for food after independence to a net exporter of agriculture and allied products. So we have seen huge growth in this sector, but other sectors have grown better. Total food grain production in the country is estimated to be a record 2291.95 million tons, according to the second advance estimates for 1920. This is news to be happy, but as per the estimates of Indian Council for Agriculture Research, ICAR, demand for food grain would increase to 345 million tons by 2030. Now, increasing population, increasing average income, and globalization effect in India will increase demand for quantity, quality, and nutritious food. So that means there is going to be a problem of food security in the country, right? So that's what he's trying to say here. We have achieved a good target, but we still need to do more. Therefore, pressure on decreasing available cultivable land to produce more quantity, variety, and quality food will keep on increasing. So this is how you underline the important points as you go along, guys. And this is how you will make a and you will frame a good précis out there. So when you are reading, whatever you understand, keep on underlining that or keep on writing it on a rough piece of paper, so that you can re-refer to it, and then you can frame your own précis. Then India is blessed with a large arable land with 15 agroclimatic zones defined by ICAR, having almost all types of weather conditions, soil types, and capable of growing variety of crops. India is the top producer of milk, spices, pulses, tea, cashew, and jute, and the second largest producer of rice, wheat, oilseed, fruits, and vegetables, sugarcane, and cotton. So India is at a good stage now in terms of food security. Now, in spite of all these facts, the average productivity of many crops in India is quite low. The country's population in the next decade is expected to become the largest in the world, and providing food for them will be a very prime issue. Farmers are still not able to earn respectable earnings. Even after over 7 decades of planning since the independence, majority of the farmers are still facing problems of poor production or poor returns. Right. Now, major constraints in Indian agriculture are, according to 1011 agriculture census, the total number of operational holdings was 138.35 million with average size of 1.15 hectares. Of the total holdings, 85% are marginal and small. So that is the point. See, farmers have marginal lands, and they have small farm categories. So that is the productivity issue. Now, farming for subsistence, which makes scale of economy in question, with majority of small holdings. So that means people are growing food for their own livelihood. Now, low access of credit and prominent role of unorganized creditors are still affecting decision in farmers in purchasing of inputs and selling of outputs. Now, less use of technology, mechanization, and poor productivity are other challenges farmers face. Now, very less value addition as compared to developed countries, and negligible primary level processing at farmers level. So, poor infrastructure for making more dependence on weather, marketing, supply chain suitable for high value crops. So, these are the challenges or constraints that Indian farmers face. Now, let's read further. Now, future of agriculture is a very important question for the planners. So, future of agriculture is a very important question for planners and all other stakeholders. Government and other organizations are trying to address the key challenges of agriculture in India, including small holdings of farmers, primary and secondary processing, supporting the efficient use of resources, and marketing and reducing intermediaries in the market. Now, there is a need for work on cost-effective technologies with environmental protection and on conserving our natural resources. So, government is doing so. The reforms towards privatization, liberalization, and globalization affected inputs market at a faster pace. Now, agriculture marketing reforms after 2003 made changes in marketing of agriculture output by permitting private investment in developing markets, contract farming, and future tradings. Now, these amendments in marketing acts have brought about some changes, but the rate is less. Now, along with this, the information technology revolution in India, new technologies in agriculture, private investments, especially on research and development, government efforts to rejuvenate the cooperative movement to address the problems of small holdings and small produce, etc., are changing face of agriculture in India at the moment, right? So these are the issues that can be mentioned here. Small holdings, I think we have discussed that. Primary, secondary processing, supply chain, infrastructure. So I think we are going to see this is again repeated, and government is doing taking many actions in this regard. So we will discuss that. And many startups in agriculture by highly educated young ones show that they're able to understand the high potential of putting money and efforts in this sector. The cumulative effects of technology over the next decade will change the face of agriculture. Now, all the constraints in agriculture make the productivity and returns complex, but still a high untapped potential is there in India's agriculture sector. Now, advantageous weather, soil conditions, high demand for food, untapped opportunities, various fiscal incentives given by the government for inputs, production infrastructure, availability of cheap credit facilities, and for marketing and export promotion are attracting many individuals, big companies, startups, and entrepreneurial ventures to do a lot of investments on innovations, inventions, research and development, and on other aspects of business. The efforts are being done to convert all the challenges in agriculture into opportunities, and this process is the future of agriculture. Yes, guys. So I'll give you the solution for this. But I think you have understood this is about the problem of food security and the future of Indian agriculture. So the title I would give to the Pressy would be future of Indian agriculture. See, this is what I also felt. So let's see what could be a sample solution for this, and how much marks would would this answer fetch if this is what you write in the paper. So the future of Indian agriculture, that was the title, which basically discusses everything that has been given in the passage. And let's see how you connect and make a short Pressy out of it. So the latest report of ICAR stating that the demand for food grains will be 345 million tons raises a question. Although we have estimated production of 290 million tons for 1920, although India ranks first in terms of milk, spices, pulses, tea, cashew, jute, and second in terms of rice, wheat, oil seeds, fruits, vegetables, sugarcane, cotton, and the financial levels of farmers have not but the financial levels of farmers have not improved. Even after 70 years of independence, the quality of farmers remains the same. Average productivity has not increased, as majority of farmers are marginal and small farmers. They lack proper credit facilities and so fall in hands of unorganized sector. Also, the level of technology, innovation, value-added products in agriculture is very poor. Processing centers in India is at worrying state. So, to meet the growing demand for food products due to population explosion, agriculture has to get the support of government in setting up infrastructure for both primary and secondary processing centers, proper supply chain for food produce, encourage more agri startups, technological development aided by innovative techniques, well potentiated population. Now, with this, the push for low interest loans to the farmers, although the contribution of agriculture to the GDPs has decreased, still agriculture holds the potential to make India a self-reliant food grain country, and it has the potential to fight the problem of food security in the future, right? So I think that should have been the last line. So the last line felt a bit odd, but otherwise it was a well presented Pressy. So guys, this is what we call a Pressy, where you understand the essentialities, the key points of a passage, and then you present your answer, you present your understanding, and you present it in a way so that the reader can understand everything of importance from your Pressy, right? So that was a Pressy, and this would fetch 21 marks out of 30. Now let's look at the third question. So there were two choices given, one for letter and one for report. So the topic for letter was write a letter as a farmer to the bank or institution to enroll for crop insurance scheme in 250 words. And the other was traffic police have launched a special drive against pollution causing vehicles. Write a report in 250 words to be published in the local daily. Right. So let's see what could be a sample answer for this. So this is this could be a decent answer. So you start like that. You start from your address. So what is missing here is the the punctuations, the commas, and the full stop. So this will lead to deduction of marks. So sender's address, then date, then receiver's address, the branch manager, Thiruvalur District Cooperative Bank, and Thiruvalur. Then subject line regarding the enrollment of land under PMFBY, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Now, respected sir, ma'am, so this is how you start a letter. I, Kanan, am a resident of Raman Nagar. Now, this is to bring into your kind attention for insuring my crop under the PMFBY scheme for the year 2021-2022. So let's look at the body. Having a land of about 5.5 acres to my name, paddy cultivation has been done in all the available land under Kharif cultivation. So I would like to insure my crop under the existing PMFBY scheme for this year, as it would provide me security against any calamities. See, the problem is without without properly introducing yourself, who you are, right? Without telling where you reside, what you do. I mean what what you do in as in when you're presenting this request. So whenever you're writing something, start with the start by understanding the person who is reading your letter. He needs the necessary information. You need to provide Aadhaar card detail, Kisan credit card number, so that he can identify who you are and what you are writing about. Second, then, as the deadline for the scheme this year is on the cards, I would request you to provide the necessary assistance in this regard. I've also attached the authority slip from the Taluk office assuring the agricultural coverage of land and my land certificate with other needed documents for your kind attention. Thanking you, yours kindly, Kanan, and this. So guys, this is what you need to understand. This is how you write a letter, but there are further details that should have been added into this, right? So guys, this letter would have probably fetched, this was not a very good letter, but due to the mistakes and the things missing, this would probably fetch 17 marks, 16 or 17 marks out of 30. So guys, this is how your copies are evaluated. So 30 marks in essay, 21 in Pressy, 51 and 16 in letter. That means 67 marks. So see, even if you score less in one section, your overall score gets affected. So don't do that, guys. If you try to compensate for one section, you will lose more marks than gaining, right? So that is what you need to understand. Don't overcompensate on any section. Please follow your time management tricks that we have discussed. Don't overlap one question on other, because that will lead to poor score at the end of the day. And last but not the least, make sure that you proofread your answer so that you don't make the silly mistakes like forgetting commas and full stop or punctuation. After every full stop there should be a space, after every comma there should be a space, then proper punctuation marks, then after every full stop the next sentence begins with a capital letter. These are basic things that we must understand, and students are making these mistakes. So guys, I am evaluating copies on a daily basis, probably 10 to 15 copies every day, right? And the biggest mistake is the punctuation errors. Students are not in a habit of typing their answers, and that is where they get stuck. So it is my suggestion and a request to all of the aspirants to start practicing writing and start drafting your answers on a daily basis, so that you get used to the typing speed, typing skill, and you can improve on your mistakes, right? So guys, that was the session for today, and that is what I wanted to share with you. Now guys, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, if you have any suggestions, or if you have anything to ask or tell, you can do so. And you can also contact us during the office hours on this number, that is 8146207241. Or you can also drop us an email at this address, hello@edutab.co.in. So Naresh, Devashish, and the students who are watching this session, guys, if you have anything to ask, please feel free to do so, so that I may be able to help you out in your journey for phase 2 in descriptive English. If you have anything else to ask, if you have any doubts, any queries, you can ask me, or you can also drop us an email regarding the same, right? So today I wanted to show you the way your copies are being evaluated, the way students have to present their answers, and what are the important things that you need to take care of. Yes guys, no doubts, no queries. All right, then let's call it a day. And this was the last YouTube session for descriptive English. During the last week, I have covered all the topics for your exam, that is essay writing, Pressy writing, reading comprehension, letter writing, and even report writing. So you can go watch those sessions on our YouTube channel, and they will really help you out. And if you want to practice and get yourself evaluated, come join our courses. There is a crash course for descriptive English and ARD ESI, where you are given 5 full-length mock tests where you write your answers in a time simulated and interface simulated manner, and we evaluate your copies and we score you, and then we give you the essential feedback that you need to improve on your drafting skills. So if you want to enroll in that, you can also do that. You will find the link in the description, or you can also drop us an email, or you can visit our website and check out our courses, right? So that was it for today, and having said that, I would like to take your leave. So thank you so much once again, guys. Keep on working hard, stay safe, stay healthy, and all the very best to all of you for your endeavors in the future. Keep up the good work, and happy learning to all of you guys.